NFL, the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. First carry now for Justice Hill. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. They find some open field here. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. A nice little juke. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the and he's going to go down. down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them. Because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit. But must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
55, 955. Hey, eat. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 55 is mine, guys. 55. 59. Day. I'm here all day. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Hey, I'm coming out front. Coming up to you.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Hey, come on.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, let's get there. Watch out. Watch out. Joker. Hey,
Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Switch up. Alert! Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 24. And no time.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
He's checking. Crack. At 24. At 24.
Watson on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 87 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Check.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Jackson, they set up the screen to Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Motion. 55's my God. 55.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, with a catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Mike, 55.
Here's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson, being chased out left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Jackson on first down, rolling to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They are going for it. Here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Hunt. Got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Going deep for Hopkins, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Houston, all even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
From the 38, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On first and 10. It's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, tried to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On third down, Jackson. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. To throw is Jackson. On third down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Looking to throw on second down. Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Watch the shit, watch the shit.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go, here we go.
Watson now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now it's Watson. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Watson now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Running from the gun, Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
54! Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Good roll. West. No.
Now Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now he's flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about a yard and a half. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Set. 19. Alert. Alert. Hey, check right. Watch it. Here we go.
Watson, off play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Ravens.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. From the 39, Jackson. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
I got it. 45. Mike, 45. In your face.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Reset. 19. 55. Get the ball. Watch twist. Watch twist. 29. Hey, 31.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everybody.